Welcome. In front of me is a NEFFOS X9, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks that I can do on this device. And starting off, we're going to begin with the hiding password option. And what it will allow you to do is basically hide the latest letter that when you're typing in a password. So if I go somewhere where I have to type a password, now once I start pressing, you always see a dot. There's no first letter like at the beginning visible whenever you type in new letter. And to enable this, you would go into the settings, then go screen lock and screen lock, fingerprint and security right here, and you should see it right at the bottom right here, show password, and make sure that this is disabled. That will basically let you not show the password whenever you're typing it in. Then moving on to the next thing, we're gonna go with the gesture navigations, and as you can see, you have little buttons right here, and you can remove them and substitute them for gestures. So you'll go into system navigation, and you have the second option, navigation gestures. And if you enable this, the buttons are gone, and now everything is based on gestures. You have also a little swipe guide here that you can read through to get a visual idea of how to use them. But basically you swipe from the side like so to go back. You swipe up like this to basically go into recent apps, and you swipe up and let go to close the app. Now mind you, they kind of work janky if you swipe too quick or not exactly from the side. Sometimes they don't pick up, as you can see. I'm trying to, let's say, close it, and if I don't do it quick enough, it doesn't really want to do it. So keep in mind that it's not the best implementation of it, but it's still there if you like to use it. Actually, I'm gonna disable it, considering it will be a little bit of a pain to record with it. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go into another different kind of gestures, which is the screen of gestures, and it's literally below the gesture navigations and gesture and smart assist, and then screen of gestures, and you just enable this, and then you can enable whatever you want to have on. So I could, let's say, enable O as a flash, and now if I lock the device and draw an O on the screen, it will enable it. Now mind you, it has to be really accurate O, otherwise if you, let's say, overshoot the O, sometimes it will not want to disable it. But let's see, I'm gonna put my hand behind so you can maybe get a visual. So you can see it now, it doesn't want to pick it up. Like I said, it works a little bit janky. See, maybe if I unlock it and lock it again. There it goes. You can see the flash just turned on, and now it's off. You can also go into the settings and then say tap on it and change it to whatever else you want. So you can launch apps and other stuff from here if you would like that. And it works with all different kind of shapes. So M, O, V, W. Now I don't see if you can add it, but you have a couple other things. You also have music controls if you want to use that. And they all are basically based on whenever the screen is disabled like this. So keep that in mind. Then moving on, we're gonna go into the basically animations, and you can reduce them or completely remove them. So you can see where everything, like when you close it, you have the panel going down or going up when you go into recent. So everything is basically animated, and you can shorten those animations to basically shorten the time to open something by that time. And to do it, you go into about phone, then let's see, I think it's software information and build number right here. Tap on it 7 times. You get a message, you are now a developer. And when you go back once more, you should see developer options right here. So you can just tap on it now and scroll somewhere like right here. It's a little bit past halfway, and you have a couple different animation options. So here, window animation scale, animation or transition animation scale, and animation duration scale. Now each one of them correspond to kind of different animations and the speed, and you can change them once you tap on it. You have basically the one time as the default, normal speed. Then anything above 1 is basically increased it, so everything takes way longer to perform that animation, and 0.5 is just half speed, and off is just completely disabled. Now, as an example, I'm going to use off for all of them, and once you see, now there is no more animation of like any kind of like pull out, pull down. They just disappear and appear immediately. And go back here, you can also set it up a little bit more drastically so you can get a visual idea of how it looks like when it's animated beyond reason. And window animation scale is basically the window that I just opened, so this one, and you can see it now takes a unreasonable amount of time to open. I just turn it off. Okay, so that's one thing if you like to reduce the animation. Now there's two things left that I want to show, and we're gonna go into the split screen. So when you tap on reset, you will have the ability to hold the window, and you will see at the top a drag here to use split screen, and it appears when you start holding it, as you can see. And all you do is just drag like this, and then you can either choose one from apps that are open. I can tap on home button and select a different app. So let's say I could open something like YouTube, as long as I can find it in reasonable time, like this. And then you can use two apps at the same time. And for YouTube, it's fairly handy because you can play videos and it won't pause them because you're leaving the app. It will constantly consider it as open. And if you want to close it, all you need to do is just drag it to full size, and then you can quit it. And the last thing is more of a handy trick, which will be associated with the airplane mode. Now, it's basically handy if, for instance, you have problem with connection and you're getting poor reception. All you need to do is enable airplane mode by just tapping on it, so right here, and it will disconnect from basically everything, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and also any kind of cell tower. And when you disable it, the airplane mode, it will reconnect, but this time it will reconnect to the closest cell tower, thus also improving your call quality and reception that you might have had problem previously with. Okay, so that is everything that I wanted to show, and if you found any of these tweaks and tricks helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.